we're gonna go ahead and come back to you guys. Just meeting back up in the, we could say, the junkyard that you arranged to kind of be like, okay, at a certain time of the day we need to actually have this organization to meet back up to sort of plan out our next move. As Tricus, as you and as Joby and Tricus start getting back into town, you guys notice that along the edges, like there's maybe a little gate or walkway that you come in through. But as you notice, as you're coming in, a couple guys with some like just basic guns are coming out to the entranceway. They look like they're gonna defend it, I guess. And that there's just a lot of civilians kind of heading further into town or heading into buildings and stuff as you're coming in. It seems like a lot of people just are hunkering down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can Tricus use his mind reading to catch what's
Yes.
happening?
As a psionic. Yes. A lot of these people aren't trained. As you are reaching out to the various minds, you get a sense of panic, of fear, and from basically the overall the narrative that you can pluck out, especially from the men and women who are kind of coming to the front with their guns, is that a small number of Zerg were picked up on the sheriff's sensor tower, and so they're just everyone's running to prepare to sort of bunker down and let the deputies and the sheriff kind of fight them off. They're coming from the surprise, surprise, southeast. So yeah, that's the sense that you're getting, is that yeah, there's Zerg in them hills, and they're coming towards the town. Some other stuff you pick up is that this isn't necessarily an uncommon thing. There are still a decent chunk of amount of Zerg on Marsara, so it isn't unusual for there to be a pack that's just kind of wandering off and maybe attacking a town just out of blind Zerginess. And yeah, no one is basically thinking, oh, why the hell are Zerg coming? There's for among the people, they're like, oh shit, there's Zerg coming. We need to get somewhere safe. And among the soldiers, it's like, more Zerg. And they're
Okay.
Already?
kind of hoping that they aren't gonna get eaten as they fight them off.
Okay. While he's passing by and getting that idea, can he get a quick glance to see what is the highest vantage point in the town?
The best vantage point is near the center of the town. There is a singular building that kind of is like isolated from the rest of the sprawl, in that there's a pretty decent good chunk of like pathway just kind of circling it, and it is fairly fortified. That would be the Grimvault Armory, which if you can get access to, then I mean, yeah, I don't think you have to worry about Zerg getting to you. Like, it would take a lot more. So, what exactly are you trying to do with this information?
Uh, he's just want to keep in mind on where to run to in case he need to handle stuff from afar.
Okay.
Since he's a sniper, so he's mostly looking for a good sniper position whenever he is in town.
Okay. Well, like I said, you have a lot of options because of how the town is laid out. Buildings like come up and go down. Like there's a flow to them. Even if you guys like head to the junkyard, like you can crawl on top of a stack of scrap and have a pretty good position.
Remo strategy.
Yeah, he is more intrigued since the Zergs are coming from southeast, but he is going to leave that information for himself, since nobody knows he can read minds.
Right.
Oh, while he's reading minds, I want to go up to the people in the front line and go and ask them, "Hey, what are y'all doing up over here with all these guns?"
They kind of look at you in a side eye, kind of get the hell out of here way. They're gonna be like, one of the armed like soldiers just kind of side eyes you and says, "Zerg's coming. Get the hell out of here."
I love hunting Zerg. I love watching them Zerglings pop every time I shoot them.
Well, if you want to see Zerglings pop, you can go find some holo vids or something to watch. If you want Zerglings to pop you, then stick around.
I might just take you up on it, Dr. Bud.
Just head the hell further in town, Joby.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I'm gonna leave him be then.
Okay,
Then I'm
Turkis is gonna wait for Juby to come back and just ask him, what's happening?
They say in Zerg's coming from over in that direction.
Oh,
You wanna go help them shoot some Zerg later? It'll be fun.
I don't think they need that much. Let's go check up on the others, in case we need to do that. I don't like to do pro bono jobs.
Alright. But remember though, if we take some of them bodies to Doc, they'll pay us well.
If
Okay,
they're
now you
worth
are
it.
convincing.
Huh?
I said if they're worth it.
Yeah.
Okay,
So you
I
guys
don't.
we'll see you guys head over to further in town, the Stocko scrapyard, to meet up with the other two, if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah,
Okay. So you guys headed in, and as you sort of approach Stocko's scrapyard, you make your way through town. People are heading in the buildings, etc. There's sort of a sense of calm dread, I guess. Since like most people, it's that feeling where it's like, yeah, nothing bad is probably gonna happen, probably. So
Please ignore the crying orphans.
yeah, no. So then, yeah, you guys just head over to the scrapyard and sort of waiting around, maybe just kind of sitting in a makeshift chair or something, or just sort of milling about is Abraham and Kennedy. Kind of just chilling, since this was sort of like we kind of backwards said that maybe you guys agreed to meet here at a certain time, so they're already here, hanging out.
yeah. Turkis is just gonna take a seat and just turn and look at the Abraham and just say, when are we leaving this dumb rock?
Rock, this is Mars Star. This is the place to be. As they say that, as I'm sitting on a pile of trash.
We'll say that that knowledge would be basically given from Kennedy, since Kennedy looked at the ship earlier and would have reported back to Abraham about the state of repairs and how that's looking. So if you want to go ahead, and we can have Kennedy, like, whatever you told Abraham, and then Abraham can relay that.
That's the best way to put this in the villain's head way. It sounds as most misfortunate type of affairs, trying to sound smart as I say it. And pretty much sounds like I could fix it, but we're gonna be here for a while if I do. And also, I may have done something to the computer. I'm not 100% sure what I did.
Yeah, like Abraham picks up immediately on what you're saying when you say that, and he just starts staring you down, like intently.
Trackers is just gonna look at Abraham and just say, Abraham, what's in that computer exactly?
Nothing no one but I need to see. You say you locked it?
Can I tell? Oh, just to tell Zico what my character's thinking of, considering I just kind of snoop around your guys' stuff without asking.
I like
Remember, whatever you're thinking, Trichus will
That's
know ahead of time.
that's what I meant. That's what I meant. I just want to tell him what I'm thinking because of that. Because I think he might be suspicious of that, or if you want to know that.
Well, I mean, if you want to tell him, you'd have to verbally
Yeah,
talk
no,
to
he's-
him, 'cause you don't know that he's a psionic.
No, I'm just saying, like, this is the first time I'm meeting back up with you guys after snooping around. I would figure, like, he would have picked up on my kind of suspicious thing, because, like, you guys had anything to, like, personalize or any identifiable things in
Oh,
that ship, so it's kind of weird.
In that case,
Yeah,
yes. If you are thinking, oh man, this is really weird. Like, what are these two weirdos like doing here? Yeah, like Trichus is picking up on these thoughts and stuff that you're having.
You know, Trackers is gonna try to have a look because he does not want his information to be on the head of anybody.
Right. So, are you gonna say anything to Kennedy, or just give him a side eye?
No, he's just gonna give him a side eye and just gonna look at Abraham and just say, I hope nothing relevant is actually in there.
I mean, if there is, I could fix it. Definitely can. It's just gonna take about 4 to 5 business days to fix it.
And Trackers is just gonna say, you should stay away from any computers.
We'll say at this point in time, the sound of gunfire and distant fighting has started happening away from where you guys are at, and like you're hearing not a huge battle, but this fight is occurring. It starts off small, just like maybe hear some distant laughs as just a couple of rounds are fired off, and before long, that kind of turns into screaming, and then you stop hearing bullets being fired, and there's a brief moment of just quiet. And then, as you are all just kind of maybe frozen a little bit, standing around in the scrapyard, just a single Zergling kind of appears near the entrance, stepping like almost gingerly and kind of looking around and clicking a little bit till it sees you guys in its sights. Turn order, Joby with the 7.
Shit, I got
Get
last.
down there. You're last.
I know I'm last.
All right.
Thank you for
do you guys
reminding
seen
me.
the Oh my God, Zerglings are busted.
Why did you give us this first NPC busted? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Because I didn't think they were this like they're kind of busted though.
Gentlemen,
Not
it
gonna
has been
lie.
an honor playing with you.
So that was Starcraft. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Long and
As
a
I try
long
to
journey. I'm glad we experienced it. Mistakes were made.
mistakes indeed were made.
Mistake number 1: I should have done Scout from TF2 voice instead of this Dylan's head voice.
Yeah. So the Zergling,
Rascals, butterflies.
it has a move speed of 6, which, if I'm counting correctly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 can get it right up to Joby. So it kind of takes notice of you guys. You guys pull out your weapon, and then it kind of coils up a little bit, and then jumps into like a sprint, heading straight towards the person closest to it, or the person that's most accessible to it, which is kind of Joby, standing at the front here. And it's going to charge up towards you and bring its like back, the two claws that are like protruding from its back. They're gonna come down and try to like catch you on either shoulder. So it rolls an 11.
Yeah, alright, my defense is 14.
Right, cool. So it brings its claws down, and you lean back just enough for them to kind of just whoosh right past your face.
Nice clean shave.
Alright, next. Abraham.
Yeah, we'll do that then. We'll do aim as a standard action.
Okay, as a minor action.
Alright, thank you. Bye.
Yep. And then as a standard action, you're gonna shoot at the Zling.
Yes.
Then roll your weapon attack. You fire off the bullet, and it kind of basically goes past the Zergling. It goes in between its two little back claws, and the bullet embeds itself in some scrap behind it. And you still have a movement action if you want to try and get out.
Yeah, he'll like slowly back up, keeping his weapon trained on the thing as he does.
I'm pretty sure.
This is giving himself more level, so he's gonna climb up on that for his move. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he can get 2, since it's 2 square, and his speed is 5, so he's...
Okay, so if you want to get like sort of on top of this one, yeah, roll that attack roll. Yeah, so you train your long rifle on this Zergling and take a fire, and it kind of it basically like, ducks itself down like to the ground as it like skids across its skin and embeds itself in the ground behind it.
Those Zerglings are broken.
Yeah, so next in turn, Kennedy.
I want to use one of my skills. So, yeah, I have this thing called Infiltrator where I can sneak into, I can go into a stealth in the middle of combat. I want to crawl through the trash and get a better vantage point to get closer with my shotgun.
Yeah,
Is there a little crevice I can hide underneath, or?
Yeah, if you want to try and like burrow your way into the trash. Stealth or the character makes stealth checks. 19.
Zerglings aren't that intelligent, are they? They can't tell between human trash and regular trash. Alright, so move 3 spaces, so I'm gonna go right behind the Zergling.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm just gonna crawl through the garbage and just get my shotgun ready.
Okay, so you're gonna aim the shotgun at the Zergling?
Yep.
I like to imagine you kind of just like, this is my element, and you kind of, to everyone else it looks like you just kind of like fall backwards into the trash, but you're crawling like a complete madman through it.
All they see is just trash moving. They don't know where I'm at.
and then just like you start to slowly. I'm the garbage. You start to slowly poke out of the trash behind the Zergling. We will then take the turn next. Go to Joby. Like.
Neat. I've been rapid fire setting this up because I forgot to set it up last time. I think I have it right. Here we go. I'm gonna shoot the bastard. Well, I'm gonna aim first for the action. Okay, just want to make sure.
What? Oh, we got a winner. The Zergling, it So to recap this, how this event looks, the Zergling brings its claws down. You just barely back away. A bullet comes from over your right shoulder, misses the Zergling. A bullet comes from over your left shoulder, misses the Zergling. Kennedy disappears into the trash like a complete mad lad, and then you just take your revolver, point it straight at the like Zergling's head, and fire off a shot. It ducks, so it's not like a headshot, but it doesn't duck fast enough for it to not burrow into like its arched back. You did 18 damage to it. Unfortunately, it does not supersede its damage threshold, so it doesn't take any significant wounds. It just gets fucking a bullet in it.
Yeah, I'll shift that.
Alright. That'll be your turn. It's the Zergling again. It's taking a little bit of damage. It's kind of mad. It is going
Hit me, you
to...
won't.
It'd be like that. It's gonna hop up onto the trash here. Hold on, how many? Yeah, okay. It's gonna hop up onto the trash here, and then like run along it, and then jump down and try to like attack Joby from like that angle. Essentially, like kind of giving him a run around and then jumping at the higher distance. Using a trait it has called Pounce. Use 5 squares, ignores attacks of opportunity. Any attack after the leap does not gain their agility bonus to defense. And it's gonna try and again claw at Joby's face police. Does an 18
Well,
hit?
that would have hit me anyways. I believe that would have hit me anyways.
What is your
My defense is 14, so yeah, it would have hit me anyways. I gotta look at my
Oh no. Because I'm seeing that your damage resistance is only 1.
I don't know how to do damage resistance. Yeah, so
you
that
have
would be,
5
I guess,
damage
how much
resistance
damage.
total.
Yeah.
Okay, so with a 5 damage resistance total, it will do...
I'm probably gonna die.
Oof. It does exactly 18 damage.
You motherfucker! I did die.
No.
No, you're
actually,
fine, I'm
I
not
think 'cause
mad.
It doesn't surpass your damage threshold. I don't think it actually wounds you.
Oh right, this has a weird wound system. I'm thinking like, oh, I only got 18 HP, I'm dead.
Well, good game, boys.
GG, Zergling's gonna kill all of us.
And Zergling's like, GG, easy. Who's next?
I mean, it kind of makes sense. A Zergling against a normal person.
Yeah, but there's
Probably
4
kill a bunch.
normal people.
I want to qualify as normal.
Okay, the only person here who isn't normal is the psionics guy.
I will
He's an
say
actual
it actually
trained
is
soldier.
very good that you got the 4 damage resistance from your flight suit, because it would have given you a crippling wound.
Oh, neat. Do I get a wound at all? I have to look. What page is that wound stuff on?
Your HP is on your first stats page. You have your max.
No, I mean the handbook page is the one if you're looking at it.
Hmm?
If you're not looking at it, I'll find it.
Yeah, I'm not looking at it right now.
I just want to read it. So
Just make sure you.
I can be less
take
scared
plus
later.
18 damage, and we're gonna move on to Abraham.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna like aim and shoot again. I'm really.
Yep. I think you rolled the exact same. Yeah, you rolled the 14 again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fire, it whizzes dangerously close to the Joby, then dangerously close to Tricus, and then it just kind of goes off to like the corner of the yard and hits some trash like right here.
Since we are in close combat, I'm not gonna move, so I'm gonna use the scope ability of my weapon to aim, which is gonna give me +3. Then the +1 from my talent and I'm just gonna shoot now.
Be dead
The
yet.
bullet once again, it embeds itself at the Zergling's feet. And then once it happens, it kind of turns to Tricus, and it's like its tongue clicks a little bit, and the little wings on its back flutter as it starts sizing you up.
Jesus, this is the Matrix shit right now.
Can y'all please hit the Zergling?
Kennedy.
Oh, I turned. Okay, so I'm still in stealth, so I'm gonna get a little bit closer. Just one, and got the +2 from aiming last round, right?
Yeah, we can say it'll carry over. I don't see a reason not to. I mean, if you're
Can I double down?
yeah,
Get a +4.
I'm fine with
Fuck yeah.
employing Deadlands rules in this case because I like that idea of taking your time to aim. Go ahead.
Okay.
He gets, remember,
So it's base damage 14, apply to the Zergling's damage resistance, times 4 because of Hailfire 3.
Yeah, the Hellfire is after you see if it actually gets past through the damage resistance.
Yes, it does. I'm calculating that. Okay. You blast this Zergling in its fucking back. By the way, your attack number actually is 23 because you applied the modifier in the wrong place, so you hit. In fact, actually, hold on, no. What is your instinct?
Instinct.
Yeah.
Gotta open my sheet up again. Load. There we go.
So I forgot that it needs to be the instinct modifier for the damage.
No.
3.
3? Okay. So 16, 7 times Hailfire 1, 2, 3, which is 4. Yeah. That actually, fucking goddamn. You fire the shotgun off, and it fucking blows a chunk out of this Zergling. It's not dead yet, but you have, like I said, you
Pissed it
blow a
off.
chunk out, and it is going to take a crippling wound. They suffer a random crippling wound.
Pop out of trash right in front of Tricus.
There is
He
chance.
got a crippling wound in the core area, so that's going to be an additional +5 damage. And when I said the Zergling had a chunk blown out and is still alive, it's still alive, but it had a chunk.
damn.
Yeah, no, so Zergling chunks fly everywhere. It kind of is, like, its back is hollowed out. You can kind of just, there's just some gore where its insides on its back used to be, and it just kind of gives out a pained yelp. But it is still alive, so we're gonna move the Joby now.
I'm gonna aim and I'm gonna shoot it.
Alright, so aim, you get +2, and fire.
Make sure it's right.
Damn, what is your accuracy? You were killing it.
My accuracy for it is +10 when I aim.
Okay, gotcha. So you let off like a, or actually, I want you to tell me, like, where this bullet
Is it dead?
hits this Zergling. Yeah, Zergling. It's fucking. You kill it. You kill it super dead. However, how do you want to do this?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick the gun in the limping poor Zergling's mouth and blow it to shreds.
As you fit the gun in there, it looks up at you, and then it kind of just like, as it tries to sort of almost like pull itself further up to bite your hand off, and the gun gets lodged into its throat, and you launch 2 shots, and the Zergling body just kind of falls down. Your arm slides out of its mouth, and it falls and dies. Each of you gets 25 experience points, by the way.
Oh,
Cool.
Yeah.
I did nothing.
So while
Okay.
you're dealing with the singular Zergling, a fight has been occurring around town.
we
No,
killed
wait.
1 Zergling, we turn around, we see 5 more.
Yeah, no, so you hear they're still fighting on the street, and by this point you can hear some, like, as if some heavy machinery is being taken out. You can especially hear the Abraham, you can hear the distinctive Gatling spin of a Goliath. And then, which one of you would say you're the most, like, observant? Who wants to be the most perceptive person?
I mean,
Perception?
would that go with the fucking instinct or something? I can't remember which one I would go for.
Sure, who has the highest instinct? What's everyone's
Oh.
Well,
instinct?
let me make sure before I start saying bullshit.
I
I
have
have
4.
3.
I have 4.
I have 4 instinct as well.
Gosh,
Damn.
everyone's so instinctual in this game. You know what? I'm just
Because
gonna.
I'm
gun.
extremely agile, though.
If I may take the lead on observation,
No,
I'd like
no. Hold on, you're not done yet.
Oh.
So Tricus, since you're kind of on the top of this pile, you're kind of are gonna look off, kind of around. You can see over the edge that there is whatever. Yeah. But as you kind of look off into the horizon towards the Kelmorian Enclave, where you can sort of see that they're also fighting off actually a pretty decent, like, not a flood of Zerglings, but there's definitely a couple dozen of them, and they're kind of
Sized
just
horde.
putting bullets into them. It's not like a horde, but it is a weirdly large amount of group. But as you look over there, just past the like Enclave Tower, which I described in the previous time and Mike left, and then Mike's okay. Which when you walked past, I described it as just being built obnoxiously tall. You notice that kind of drifting around it now. Or, hold on, let's step back a bit. You notice that while the Marines are firing all of their rounds into the Zerglings that are charging the gates, all of the actual large turrets are trained upwards. And you can see what they're trained at drift around the large tower of the Kelmorian Enclave as a Zerg overlord begins sort of flying off into view, and none of the other 3 of you don't hear anything, but Tricus, being trained psionically, just you with your trained eyes, you sense just the slightest of movement from the overlord, and then you feel this psionic call echo across the surrounding area and into the town. And it's not like it's like trying to call to anything specific. It's just sort of a general directive type thing. But when it does that, the ground in the scrapyard kind of shakes a little bit, and then from underneath 2 places in the junkyard, Zerglings unburrow. And that's where we're going to end this session.